Good day, my friends, my brothers and sisters. It's a pleasure to be with you again to share some thoughts on a topic that resonates deeply within my mind and some many of us, especially in today's world. When you talk of fame, how do you understand this word? How can you define this word? What does it mean to you? But no, I'm going to add it to be like this. Fame is just a fleeting cloud. When I talk of this one, it's a statement that might seem simple at first glance, but as we delve deeper in it, we will see that it carries profound wisdom, reminding us of what truly matters in our lives. Let's try to picture a cloud. A cloud is very beautiful and often mesmerizing. It can captivate anyone who looks at it. But if you can remember, as enchanting as it is, or it may be, a cloud is temporary. A cloud will shift. A cloud will change. And eventually, it will disappear, leaving nothing behind. Now, fame is much like this cloud. Fame is beautiful. Fame is a very captivating phenomenon that can be admired from afar, but it's ultimately transient and fleeting. In today's society, fame is often portrayed as the ultimate goal of everything. Just think about it, If you can check social media, television, and even the entertainment industry, they all constantly bombard us with images of people who seem to have it all. How? Like they have adoration, wealth, influence. Sometimes it's easy to look at these individuals and think, if only I could be like them. Or if only I could be famous, my life would be perfect. My brother and my sister. This perception is truly misleading. You have to understand it like that. Fame is just an illusion. It's a marriage that can lead us down to a path of false values and misplaced priorities. Why? When we chase after fame, we often lose sight of what truly matters. And what is that matters in our life? I remember very well: integrity, relationships, and even personal growth. The pursuit of fame can be all-consuming, leaving little room for the things that bring real and lasting happiness. Fame is truly dangerous. One of the dangers of fame is that it can be incredibly isolating. When you are in the spotlight, it can be hard to know who your true friends are. People may surround you, not because they care about you as a person or your personality, but because they want to be associated with your success. And this can lead to a deep sense of loneliness, even when you are surrounded by this multitude of people. Fame can create a barrier between you and others, making it difficult to form a genuine connection. Do you really know fame is unpredictable? It can come and go in the blink of an eye. Just like one day you are on the top of the world and the next day, boom, you are forgotten. Just check it like this. The history of Hollywood and the entertainment industry is filled with stories of once famous individuals who fell into obscurity. They're struggling to cope with the loss of their status. That shows you that fame doesn't provide security. It can be as ephemeral as the wind. Anytime it can disappear. Now consider these countless celebrities who were once household names, but are now barely remembered. The fame was like a cloud to them. It was very beautiful and prominent for a while, but ultimately passing, leaving behind little or nothing about memories. Now, what does this tell us? It tells us that fame is not a stable foundation upon which to build our lives. It's not something that can sustain us in the long time. Of course, yes, we might say fame is fleeting, but Some might argue that even if it's fleeting, it can still bring joy and fulfillment when it lasts. But this perspective, as I said, is short-sighted. The joy that comes from fame is often superficial and temporary. It's the kind of happiness that depends on external validation, like on the applause, the likes, the adoration of others. But what happens when the applause stops? What happens when the likes diminish? What happens when the adoration fades? If your sense of self-worth is tied to your fame, you will be left feeling empty and unfulfilled. True fulfillment comes not from the external recognition that fame provides, but from within. Remember that. It comes from knowing who you are, living according to your values, and building meaningful relationships. It comes from making a positive impact on the world, not because you want to be famous, but because you genuinely want to contribute something of value in this world. If you want to know it and understand it very well, let's take a moment to reflect on the lives of these truly great individuals who, despite of achieving immense success, they remained grounded and focused on what truly mattered to them. If you can remember, if you have ever read of Mahatma Gandhi, or Mother Teresa, or even our lovely Nelson Mandela, these individuals were globally recognized, but their lives were not defined by the pursuit of fame. They were driven by a desire to serve, to uplift others, and to make the lasting difference in the world. That's why now their legacy endures, not because they sought fame, but because they sought to make the world a better place. That's why I say, when fame comes, it should be seen as a byproduct of living a life of purpose and integrity, not as the goal itself. Just because when we focus on our purpose or what we can give rather than what we can get, we build a legacy that lasts far beyond the fleeting cloud of fame. And again, in the pursuit of fame, there's always a temptation to compromise our values, to do things that are against our better judgment because they might bring us attention. This is truly dangerous. It's a very dangerous road to follow. When we betray our values for the sake of fame, we lose a part of ourselves. And you have to remember that no amount of fame that can compensate for the loss of the self-respect and your dignity. Now we need to ask ourselves, what do we want our lives to stand for? Is it to be famous for the sake of being famous, or is it to be known for our character, for the positive impact we've made on others, and for living a life of purpose or integrity? My friends, the answer to this question will determine what kind of legacy we leave behind. And for this, I encourage you to shift your focus from the pursuit of fame to the pursuit of purpose. You have to recognize that fame, like a cloud, it's very beautiful but fleeting. It may bring temporary satisfaction, actually, but it cannot provide lasting fulfillment. But instead, invest your time and energy in what truly matters. That is like your values, like your relationships, your growth, and your contribution to the world. When you live with purpose, definitely fame will come, or it may not sometimes. But either way, you will have built a life that is rich, meaningful, and enduring. You'll have created a legacy that will outlast any fleeting moment of fame. My brothers and sisters, my friends also, remember that fame is just but a fleeting cloud. It's not something to chase after, but if it comes, let it be the byproduct of a life well lived. That is, a life focused on making a positive difference in the world, or on being true to yourself, and on leaving the world a little better than you found it. And that's what we usually say is the definition of success. My brothers and sisters, Let's live focused and let's differentiate between fame and success. And by this, we will be in a position to live a meaningful life with a purpose. Thank you, and God bless you.